Have you been experiencing brain fog? Have you been experiencing anxiety, depression? Have you been experiencing pain in the body, gut problems, IBS, all these kind of headaches, migraines? Are you experiencing illnesses? Are you experiencing just feeling tired all the time? Are you experiencing problems with digestion and just being able to focus? Because if you are, these are all signs that being with a narcissist or being part of a narcissistic family or being around toxic people is destroying your health. And it's not only your health that it's destroying today, it's destroying your future. It's destroying your future potential. Because everything that happens today has a knock-on effect. Yeah, it's not something you can just be like, okay, so I'm feeling bad today. It will change. It will change. But you have to change. Things around you have to change. Now, with you, a narcissist, I see it so many times that people who have spent time with a narcissist, I found it myself as well, that I suffered from brain fog. I suffered from anxiety, PTSD. I suffered from depression. And as soon as I managed to break free and start to work on myself, as soon as I started to do that, these things slowly started to disappear because they are eating away at your body. Imagine being around someone 24 hours a day when you're living in a relationship with a narcissist, for instance, and you're walking on eggshells. When you're walking on eggshells, not knowing that you stand on one eggshell and suddenly they're going to explode, or you're going to walk in the room and they're going to love bomb you, and not knowing if you can say something or you can't say something, how they're going to react. What do you think that's doing to your brain? That's no different for your brain. Your brain thinks that it's at war. Your brain thinks that it's trying to protect you. So your brain is constantly in this hyper vigilant state, which means that you're going to, struggle with your sleep. You're not going to get, that feeling of contentness, relaxation. You're not going to be able to enjoy food. You're not going to be able to digest food, okay? Because your brain is living as if you're walking through a jungle and there might be a tiger that's jumped out, because tigers keep jumping out. It's not going to feel safe and secure and serene, which it should do, which we need it to. So yes, it's keeping you safe right now because it's saying to you, should you say that? Should you watch what you say? Should you be careful? How do I please this person? How can I help? Blah, 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 blah. How can I change this person? What can I do? All this stuff is stress. And stress alone, let alone the stress from the people we live with, and people are already, stressors because people are interchangeable. People have moods and emotions in general. But when you add on top of that the narcissistic element, where the narcissists are playing with you, manipulating you, gaslighting you, telling you one thing and then telling you another thing, using word salads to confuse you, telling you you're useless, belittling you, shaming you, when they're doing all this stuff to you, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen to your head? Your mind is going to get overloaded. It's just going to shut down. Your body is going to, the nervous system in your body is going to shut down. It's going to start to panic. The systems are going to stop working because it's working on the survival system. That survival system that's happening in your head and your body, that connection, it's just going to shut down. It's just going to do that one thing, which is trying to keep you alive. So right now, I want you to say thank you very much for keeping me alive, to your nervous system, to your brain, to your survival mechanism, because these things are keeping you alive. Now, it feels that they are, but in real life, they're actually destroying you. It's destroying your potential to, be who you want to be, to get the job you want to be. Because when you've got brain fog, how do you function? You don't. When you have anxiety, you can't go and achieve the things you want to achieve. Yeah, when you're having depression, you feel like you're not good enough. You feel like there's no point in trying to achieve anything. So you end up lacking everything. You lack potential. You lack, the will. You lack the motivation. You lack the drive. All this lack comes from this need to survive living with a narcissist. And the problem is we get into these relationships and don't realize that we're so kind of engulfed by the relationship so quickly because we think it's nice. We think it's love bombing. And then we think this is just a bad day, and then the love bombing comes along. We go through this narcissistic cycle, and this really destroys our health. So I want you to do this one thing for me, and that is to create a plan of action of how to move forward. Because when you get ill and you get sick, just because you would be there for someone, just because you would be taking them to the doctors, just because you would be organizing their appointments, just because you would be bringing them cups of tea in bed, and you'll be making them some nice vegetable soup in bed, and bringing it up and keeping them healthy and caring for them and telling them that it will be okay, does not mean that they will do that. They will tell you they will do that if they want you to do it for them, if they're sick. But will they really do that for you? When they're the cause of your problems anyway, chances are they're going to run a mile. They're going to discard you, or they're just going to use you if you get sick. Because sick people around narcissists, they don't like it. They just think this is, inconvenience for them. So you need to be careful. You need to set a plan now, because for you to heal, it needs to be on your own. It's not going to be with them. And if you decide to stay with them for whatever reason, and many people do, that's absolutely fine if that is what you have to do because you have kids or for whatever reason. But make sure you have a plan. Make sure you have support around you, people who will care for you. Yeah. Make sure you have some money saved away that's yours. Make sure you have something that the narcissist can't get to, because you were born without the narcissist. You came into this world, and maybe the narcissist was your parent, but you came into this world by yourself. Okay, that narcissistic parent was only thinking about themselves, or that narcissistic partner wasn't there for you at the time, and they weren't there for you then, and they weren't there for you during the relationship, and they're not going to be there for you when you need them the most, even if you've been there for them. And that's the mistake that so many people make. We think that they're going to be there for us. We hope that they're going to be there for us, because we stupidly, we act as if they are us. We project our beliefs onto other people because we have compassion, because we have love, because we have this need to help others, because we want to do the right thing in the world, because we have empathy. We wrongly think that others feel the same way. And in fact, they're just wolves in sheep's clothing, who are telling us the right things at the right time to make us believe that they would do it for us. But why are they saying that? We need to investigate and be curious of why they are looking at us in that way. What do they want from us? What are they getting from us that we're not getting from them? We've got to look at this seriously, because our health is being affected every day. CPTSD, it's like the Chinese water technique. You don't see it, but it's just dripping, dripping, dripping. And before you know it, you have social anxiety, you have brain fog, you have pain, you have everything, you have cancer. Literally, it starts to eat you away. By being in a narcissistic relationship that's treating you this way, you're going to lose life. You're literally going to lose time of life. You're never going to get it back. So start today. What I like to say is take your meds. And when I say meds, I mean meditate. Yeah, meditate is so important. Literally, meditation or mindfulness has been one of the things that's helped me to see clearly, helped me to dissociate from what's going on. And I've seen it work for so many people in so many studies looking at meditation and mindfulness. It's just this powerful way to deal with the life that we're living, deal with suffering. So take your medication, yeah. Meditation is number one. Exercise releases the hormones, right? These oxytocin, and makes us feel good about ourselves. It helps us get our heart rate up. It helps us feel serotonin. Yeah, it's powerful. It pumps blood. It helps motivate us. And if you're not feeling motivated, you're not going to get what you want. You're not going to get past the narcissist. You're going to just accept it. So find a way to exercise. Very important. D, diet. What are you eating? What are you putting in your body? I know that when I'm feeling down, the first thing I want to reach to is rubbish food. I'm going for that bar of chocolate. I'm ordering that takeaway. But what does it do? Because I know that it's actually going to make me feel worse afterwards. I know that it's going to make me feel worse. It's not fulfilling my nutritional needs. It's not filling my cells up. It's making me not think clearly because it's not giving me the nutrients that my brain needs just to help clear the brain fog, things like that. But also I'm going to feel guilty because I knew that I didn't want to. If you're saying to yourself first thing in the morning, like today I'm going to eat healthy, and then when it comes to 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock and you're not eating healthy, what is that saying to you? That's saying to you that you're doing something that you know you don't want to do, meaning that after you've done it, you're going to feel guilt, you're going to feel shame, you're going to feel awful. And to hide from that feeling, what do? We go and eat something rubbish again. We eat something that's no good for us. And that takes away the pain for a second because it gives us that hit of pleasure, gives us that dopamine. But then the cycle continues and we begin to get more unhealthy. And finally, sleep. Now, sleep, all the research that keeps coming out keeps saying that sleep is like the most important, even more important than things like exercise. It is the new exercise. You can get decent sleep. So do whatever you've got to do to get decent sleep. Nice cool room. Make sure it's fully black. No light coming into the room. Keep it as quiet as possible. Wear earbuds if you have to, and eye mask. Whatever it takes so that you're not, going routine as well, going to sleep at the same time every night, getting up at the same time, drinking your water first thing in the morning, getting sunlight first thing in the morning, getting that circadian rhythm up and going. Yeah, and I know this is difficult because we're trying to escape, and when we've got things going on in our mind, we've got to find ways to practice self-care because we've got to somehow counteract that negativity that's happening, that's destroying our health, destroying our potential, destroying our future. So whatever it is you can do, make sure you prioritize yourself. And if you found this video useful and you want to learn more, you want some free training, please check out the links and please subscribe to the channel as we're going to be going deep into how you can heal yourself in future videos.